Hello guys, I'm Tom, and today we're going to find out who Lily is. One of the most terrifying and mysterious beings we've seen in horror cinema is the demonic creature known as Lily, who appears in an anthology of horror shorts titled VHS. This movie premiered in 2012, and Lily serves as one of the most important characters in one of the plots and as the central antagonist in the short titled Amateur Night. Lily, despite appearing to be just a small, defenseless, and attractive young woman, is actually a succubus, a sexual demon from ancient lore who delivers a terrifying lesson to a group of foolish young men who take pleasure in performing malicious acts on women. Due to how memorable she is and the mystery surrounding her, Lily is regarded as one of the best monsters featured in this horror anthology franchise. That's why, in this video, her story will be explained in detail, including what we know about her origins, a summary of the short Amateur Night, a description of Lily's physical appearance, and her incredible and terrifying supernatural abilities. The story of this demonic entity truly begins when three young men named Shane, Patrick, and Clint decide to play a kind of game among themselves. They rent a room in a motel and try to pick up women to bring back to the motel for the purpose of sleeping with them. Clint wears a pair of glasses with a built-in hidden camera to record all their encounters and later upload them to the internet. The young men visit several bars until they arrive at an Irish-style pub. There, they meet a mysterious girl named Lily, who is extremely quiet and seems very shy and innocent, apparently inexperienced with men. Curiously, she appears to be very attracted to Clint, whom she tells in a strange manner that she likes him. This is the only thing Lily repeats constantly, leaving Clint perplexed. Despite his confusion, Clint doesn't think much of it and takes Lily in the car along with his friends. Meanwhile, Patrick invites another young woman named Lisa into the car, convincing her to join them. The three friends give the women some drugs, which Lisa seems to enjoy, but Lily appears uninterested in. Shortly after, they take the women to the motel. Lisa, affected by the drugs, falls asleep. Meanwhile, Lily shows interest only in Clint, again murmuring that she likes him a lot. Although Clint finds this odd, he is drunk and disappointed that Lisa fell asleep, so Shane decides to try seducing Lily while recording everything with the camera. As Shane starts undressing her, we notice that Lily has reptilian-like scales on her legs and very sharp nails. However, Shane, intoxicated, fails to notice this. Lily reacts quickly, climbs on top of Shane, and then turns to Clint, strangely inviting him to join. Nervous, Clint decides to retreat to the bathroom to escape the situation. Patrick, witnessing this, tries to approach Lily, but she emits strange sounds similar to those of a cat. Confused, Patrick assumes she's playing, but as he gets too close, Lily bites him violently. Terrified, Patrick runs to the bathroom to tell Clint what happened. At first, Clint doesn't believe him, thinking Patrick is joking, but they soon realize the severity of the situation. When the two leave the bathroom, they are horrified to see Lily displaying sharp fangs and brutally killing Shane. Patrick attempts to confront Lily, but she quickly overpowers him and tears him apart in a grotesque manner. She then begins to drink Patrick's blood. Terrified, Clint tries to flee the motel, but falls and breaks his wrist on the stairs. Lily, now fully transformed into a demonic creature, chases after him. Lily's appearance changes even further, revealing a slit that opens on her forehead, exposing grotesque brown skin. She tells Clint once again that she likes him a lot and tries to seduce him. However, noticing Clint's disgust toward her, Lily becomes visibly disappointed. She asks if he doesn't like her, but upon seeing his rejection, she backs away, crying in a chilling manner. Amazingly, Clint manages to escape the motel. He tries to ask people for help, but because he is completely naked, they ignore him, assuming he is a pervert. Finally, Lily, in her full succubus demon form, with bat-like wings and a grotesque, monstrous appearance, attacks Clint and carries him off into the sky, while witnesses stand by helplessly. Clint's glasses camera remains on the ground as Lily vanishes into the sky with him. Although we don't know exactly what happens next, considering Lily's power, it's likely that Clint met his end at the hands of this terrifying monster, consumed by her. This concludes the story of the short amateur knight and Lily, the succubus demon. Something important I want to point out about all of this is that the young woman, Lisa, who fell asleep, seems to have survived this terrifying incident. This is inferred because the last time we saw her, she was still asleep in bed and completely unaware of everything that happened. Additionally, since this type of female demon does not attack women and, according to legends, only preys on men, it makes perfect sense that Lily did not harm her. Eventually, it's likely that Lisa was rescued by people at the motel or by the police shortly after Clint was attacked and taken away by Lily. Having said that, we've now thoroughly covered everything. We've talked about Lily's physical appearance, what we know about her personality, what she truly is, and her incredible abilities. Originally, Lily appeared as a small and attractive white girl with brown hair and large, bulging brown eyes, which were her most distinctive physical feature. Although she seemed relatively normal in her initial form, Lily's legs, feet, and parts of her body had a sort of greenish scales that gave her a grotesque appearance, resembling a reptile or dry, cracked skin, similar to that of an elephant. When she begins to transform into her true demonic form, she still retains a somewhat human appearance, but her pupils dilate enormously, and she grows sharp fangs like those of vampires in classic depictions. The skin on the center of her head and face splits open along a straight line, as if the creature were tearing out of a disguise. The exposed skin beneath is a reddish-brown color, giving her a grotesque and mysterious appearance. In her true or third form, though we can't see it clearly in the short, Lily transforms into a monstrous giant bat with some humanoid features. Her body takes on reddish-brown and gray tones, becomes covered in scales, and her face is terrifying, with large hollow eye sockets and a grotesquely oversized mouth. While her features still retain some humanoid resemblance, her monstrous traits become far more prominent and grotesque, giving the impression of a drastic physical transformation, though it's actually an evolution of her second form. In this form, her claws become more prominent, her bat-like wings are fully extended, and she develops a long demonic tail that extends from her body. Although we don't clearly see this true form in the VHS short, it is depicted more vividly in the spiritual sequel or feature film Siren. This movie, based on the story and creature from Amateur Night, brings Lily back. In her human form, Lily appears calm and composed, but once she begins to feed on her victims, she becomes extremely savage, violent, and dangerous, attacking anyone who tries to stop her. An interesting and terrifying detail is that this monster seduces her prey before consuming them, which suggests that, like other demonic entities and monsters in cinema and literature, her physical body feeds on men's flesh, while her spiritual form absorbs the emotions and life energy of her victims before they die. This is reminiscent of creatures like Pennywise, the cosmic entity known as it, from the acclaimed horror author Stephen King. Although we don't know much about this demon's personality, Lily initially seems like an introverted and somewhat socially awkward girl, as she stares at Clint for long periods, ignoring everything around her. She simply tells him that she likes him, but she says it in such a low voice that it's hard to hear her clearly. She seems to be easily persuaded, as she agrees to accompany the three drunk friends to their motel room. At the motel, we see more of Lily's true personality, where her lust and bloodthirsty nature are revealed, exposing her demonic side. This becomes evident when Shane tries to have relations with her. Lily not only accepts quickly, but also invites Clint to join in. If someone displeases her or she doesn't like them, Lily initially reacts with sounds similar to those of a wet cat, but then directly attacks and kills anyone who tries to force her into something she doesn't want. Something quite terrifying is that, Following the concept of succubus demons on which this character is based, she possesses an incredible lust that does not seem to diminish or calm down, even if someone has suffered a tragedy or something bad has happened. On the contrary, it seems that such circumstances only increase her lust. This is why she keeps trying to seduce Clint, even after having brutally murdered his friends. She doesn't care that Clint is injured and scared. She also seems to get easily offended if someone rejects her. When this happens, she will cry passionately and withdraw from the area. Although she is a sexual demon or succubus, unlike the legends in some religions, these beings don't just appear in men's dreams to seduce them and feed on their life energy. In Lily's case, she can physically manifest without issue and has the power to do basically whatever she wants with those who invite her into their lives. Based on the characteristics of this ancient demon, Lily has some incredible abilities that make her an almost invincible enemy and a threat to anyone who allows her presence. First of all, she has superhuman physical strength, far superior to that of the young men she meets in the motel room. This strength allows her to kill her victims with just her hands, without any effort, and even tear off parts of their bodies with ease. She is also incredibly fast in any of her forms, and can transform into an attractive woman at will to seduce naive men, whom she then consumes and kills effortlessly. Despite her innocent and peculiar appearance, Lily is extremely intelligent and cunning. For this reason, she pretends to be ignorant when the three drunk friends invite her to the motel. Her fangs are incredibly sharp, capable of piercing and cutting flesh with ease. Similarly, her claws allow her to eliminate anyone who gets in her way. In her third form, Lily can fly swiftly, and this ability, combined with her superhuman strength, enables her to abduct anyone who rejects her or tries to escape. It is implied that this demon is immortal, with vast supernatural abilities, and that she has existed for millennia on Earth. For this reason, she seems to have no true weakness. However, it has been suggested that certain sacred artifacts, such as crosses and Bibles, used by men of faith, priests, pastors, or ministers, might repel her and slightly weaken her. The director of this short, David Bruckner, wanted to explore the concept of the succubus demon in his work. According to him, these legends always seemed very interesting and, at the same time, terrifying. When his friend Jacob Gentry was invited to participate in the VHS Anthology, he was unfortunately unable to accept, so he recommended David to write and direct one of the shorts. Thus, David Bruckner debuted as a horror director with this project, which opened the doors for him to direct other notable works, such as The Ritual, The Signal, the horror anthology Southbound, and the recent The Night House. An interesting fact is that all these projects have been in the horror genre. Additionally, the character of Lily the succubus demon appears again in the 2016 movie titled Siren, which acts as a spin-off of the events in the short Amateur Night. Although it doesn't have a direct connection to the short, Siren is an interesting movie that shows more about this demon and some of her abilities that weren't seen in VHS. If you would like me to cover the story of this movie, the creature's new abilities, her physical appearance, and the possible connection to what we saw in VHS, let me know in the comments. That's all we know about Lily, the demon from VHS. Honestly, I think this short is the scariest one in this horror anthology. The first time I saw it, back in 2013, I didn't expect at all that this would be the direction the story would take, or that this would be the monster or supernatural entity the protagonists would face. I love the character of Lily because she is quite disturbing and, in a way, represents a sort of poetic justice for the young men who are looking for trouble, giving all of them an ironic death. Her design, especially in her second and third forms, is impressive. Although she retains some humanoid features, she is a monstrous, demonic, and terrifying being. The way the director modernized this ancient concept in a memorable, grotesque, and sinister manner is brilliant. Because of her behavior, personality, and power, I consider the Demon Lily to be one of the scariest we've seen in this series of VHS movies, and one of the darkest demons in modern horror cinema. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Did you know about Lily from VHS? Did you know what she really was and her story? Lastly, do you think the protagonists deserve their fate, or would you have liked at least one of them to survive? Share your answers and your overall opinion about the succubus demon Lily from the VHS horror franchise. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of my new videos.